Welcome to NEXTGames Assault Series. Today we'll be covering the first 5 Mamool assaults. Now there are some easy ones here and some that can give people some pain, so let's go ahead and delve in and see what it takes to beat each of these runs. Now the first one in this zone is the Imperial Agent Rescue, and it's definitely the one that can give people the most issues. Now to win, you need to find Bruel, who is behind one of 3 gates. Now to get past these gates, you will need to trick the Mamool into opening them for you. You can do this one of 2 ways. The first is by having the Mamool use Fire Spit to break down the gate. To do this, they need to hit the gate 4 times with Fire Spit, so it can take a while, and note that they can miss. Now the second and best way is to have the Mamool throw their weapon at the gate, which will break it immediately as long as it doesn't miss. Now there are 3 types of Mamool in this zone: White Mages, Beastmasters, and Ninjas. Now the ninjas do not carry weapons, so it's best to pull the White Mages and Beastmasters if possible, as they have the highest likelihood of breaking down that gate with their weapons. Now since we want these Mamool to use abilities, we need to feed them TP. They can get that TP by you hitting them or them hitting you. At level 119 it's going to be fairly hard for them to hit you, and you will normally kill them in only a few hits well before they can use an ability. So what you want to do at a minimum is use very low damaging weapons, like 1 damage weapons, as you see me doing in this example. Now the problem is, even if you do that, you're still going to often critical hit, which will break the weapons of the Mamool and force them to use the Fire Spit in order to break the gates. So if possible, in addition to those low damage weapons, you want to also swap yourself into lesser level gear, usually around level 90 to 99, so that you don't crit nearly as often. I also find it's useful to pull many Mamool at once, so that they can all get TP off you at the same time, making it for a quicker run. Now once the door breaks, run past it and open the pod behind it. Now if Bruel is there, kill the remaining Mamool and the exit should appear. Now if he does not appear, pull the remaining enemies to the next door and repeat until you find him. Now if the Mamools you are killing die, you'll need to go find others and then bring them back to the gate that you're working on. Sometimes this run can go very smoothly for people, and other times it can take many runs to get success. So just kind of stay at it and know that this one can be frustrating, but the rest of the runs in this zone are actually much easier. Now the next one is called Preemptive Strike. Now on this map, you will find many Mamool and Pucks. Now the goal is to kill all 13 Mamool. You can find them in this blue part of the map here. Now make sure you try to kill all the ones up on that upper level first, or you may get stuck below, having to wait for one of the Mamool on the upper level to come near an edge so that you can pull them down. Otherwise, this one is very straightforward and should only take a few minutes. Next, we have Sagelord Elimination. Now on this map, there are many Mamool and a single Sagelord Malal Ja. Now the Sagelord is the only one that needs defeated for the win. So you want to immediately start looking for him in this area of the map here, and once found, drop as much damage as you can as quickly as you can to try and take him out in a single hit. It can help to get TP on another Mamool before taking on the Sagelord to drop your highest damaging weapon skill immediately and end the run. Now if you don't get him to a low enough health in time, he's going to run away from you and link all of the other Mamool he's going to come across on his way to wherever it is he's going to go. Thankfully, the Mamool are of no threat these days, so if you don't kill him in that single hit, simply want to follow him or use your wide scan to track him down until he stops running, and then use that second encounter to finish off the run. This is another one that should only take a few minutes, even if he happens to run away after your first encounter. This brings us to our 4th run and probably the easiest of the bunch. Here you just need to open treasure from around the map and return it to the starting NPC. Now only a single chest needs opened and returned for this win. So for the easiest win, simply go to the closest chest that can be found here, and then return to the starting NPC for a win in about a minute. Make sure you do not allow the Mamool to see you, as they will take the treasure and force you to go for another chest. You can of course farm as many of these chests as you want to get additional assault points, but keep in mind again that the Mamool, if they see you, will take any of the treasure you've accumulated and force you to start over again. This brings us to the 5th and final assault of this video, called the Double Agent. Now this is one of those assaults where no fighting is necessary for the win, though there are Pucks spread throughout the map that will aggro if you get close to them, so keep that in mind. In this assault, you instead, for the win, only need to solve a puzzle. And that puzzle is which one of the Kikurin spread throughout the map is lying to you and therefore the spy. Now as you speak to them, you will find that you have 3 options. The first is capture, the second is talk, and the third says nothing. Selecting the nothing option will simply end the conversation. Talk will make them make a statement to you, and capture means that you think you have found that they are the spy and you will accuse them of it. Note that if you're wrong, they will not speak to you again. So in theory, you should run around and talk to all of the Kikis in a given room and see if any of them are offering conflicting information. The issue with this strategy is that there are areas with only 1 or 2 Kikis existing, and this can make it difficult to get a win every time. Now if you simply want the win, I suggest using the strategy of walking up to every Kiki you meet and selecting capture. This will of course lower your total points gained for the run. Eventually of course you will find the spy and get the win for the map, and this will lead to your quickest win. That's going to be it for the first 5 runs in the Mamool assault run. I'll go ahead and post the next 5 next week so that we can move on to the next zone. Thanks so much for watching everyone. We'll see you next time.